Welcome back down to the table, everyone, for episode 2 of our first playthrough of Too Many Bones. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. We're going to continue our adventure to fight Drellin. We have completed day 3 when we left off last time with our heroes Pickett and Patches. We have picked one of the 3 locks here and 2 of the 3 locks on the 2 trove loops, and we've made 3 progress, so halfway to Drellin. Last time we also upgraded with nutrients on Patches and shield form on Pickett. We are ready to start day 4. Let's go ahead and twist that. And this is the first of our unknown cards. So we're going to pull this and we have something shiny this way cometh. Being concealed in a small outcropping of trees allows our party to appreciate the wilderness scene at dusk. But our reprieve is cut short when someone notices a waving light of a lantern being carried by 2 figures, headed towards the glow of a larger fire, about 100 arrows' length to the northwest. Unfortunately, gearlocks are easily distracted by bright and shiny things, and we are soon on our feet once again. So we have 2 options here. We can follow and ambush. This is a combat encounter. There's no extra reward here. Or we can hold. We attack them all at dusk. This gives us an extra training point for each gearlock. And then no matter what we choose, we have 1 progress point and 2 training per gearlock and a loot. Wow, that's a pretty big reward. So if we do follow and ambush, we draw 2 5-point baddies, so that's big. Your party fights them now. If you succeed, you must fight again with the current HP, meaning we don't heal or get a chance to heal. Reset the battle and gearlock mats, so they do reset. Then we do a regular battle with the BQ battle points. Subtract 8 points from your total. Okay, well our total is going to be 8 altogether, so we would really only fight those first 2 5-point baddies. If you lose either battle, you earn no progress or rewards. Makes sense? Or we can hold. We attack them at dusk. BQ baddie points. Roll a d6 twice. Total the results and add the number to your baddie points total. The party has surprise. So surprise, we look at our adventure guide. All of the keywords surprise down here. After setting initiative for this battle, move all opposing units to the bottom of the initiative meter, maintaining their order. So no matter what, we would put them in order and we would roll our dice and we would put those in the right order. Then we move everybody else down. We would get to go first. That's what surprise is. So this is a tough choice. I mean, always I would rather have more, but I don't want to get too greedy. Don't want to get too greedy because this, I think later, if it was later in the game, this would be a good choice. But we're talking about 8 points with the baddies, which would be a 5-point baddie and 3 1-point baddie, because we're on day 4 times 2. And then anywhere from 2 to 6 more points added to that. That could be really rough. But just by happenstance, again, our baddie points are going to be 8. So we would have to fight 2 battles up here, but we wouldn't have to fight the second one. Now 2 5-point baddies, that's pretty tough as it is. But I think we could pull this off. I think we have a better chance of pulling this one off than we do this one. So let's follow and ambush. We don't get surprise, but we're going to fight 2 5-point baddies. We go to our baddie queue, and we did scout a 1-point baddie, but not a 5 yet. So we're going to draw 2 5 points to make our baddie queue. And hope that that's all they have. I'm worried about Signal coming out. Signal means they will pull more out. I think we saw that. Let's see. Yeah. One of the ones we discarded. Actually, the 2 we discarded. So that's a good sign. We discarded both of the same ones. They have this Signal 1. And that means at the end of the turn, they would bring in an extra enemy from the reserve. So 2 5-point baddies. Whew, okay, here it goes. We have, oh man, a stone golem. It has break, we've seen that before, and it has corrosive. We'll look that up in a second. 7 health, 3 initiative, so pretty slow. But now you see it's a hard-hitting one. 3 attack and 2 defense. It is melee, and it tries to target the weakness if it has to have a choice. So that would be number 1. We'll go ahead and put that one here, and it gets 7 health. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 3, 6, 7. Woo! That's painful. And his initiative is 3. Put that in the middle. For lane 2, we're going to have a Bog Lurk. 6 health, 4 initiative. Okay, so these are going to go middle of the pack, but ranged, no attack, no defense, but poison 2. And it will attack. It attacks up to 3 party members. It's going to attack both of us. So we put that in number 2. We grab 6 chips. 6 chips, and it's ranged back here. So that doesn't look too bad after the first battle, but it is. It is, especially since we have a hard time rolling higher than a 3. Let's look up Corrosive 2. Corrosive, after this unit attacks and damage is applied, all remaining defensive die in target's active slots must be exhausted immediately. Ooh, that's not good. So if this one attacks, now that only happens on a miss. See the little bone symbol right there? This only happens on a miss, but that means that we would, it's not just like mischief where it would pull it out. It would actually exhaust them, and they would not be available to us the rest of the round. It's kind of like break. So break and corrosive, that's really not a good combination. We have our 2 heroes here, and they're going to go up here somewhere. I'm thinking about putting Patches here. Patches can go deal with that one, and Pickett can go deal with this one, and hopefully, well, actually, Pickett would be the better person. So if Pickett's up here, we can maybe deal with that corrosive a little bit better, and just have Pickett kind of try to shield bash. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Okay, so let's do that. We need to roll our initiative dice. Oh, we did get a 4. We did get a 4. So it's, wow, we're going to go very first and very last. All right, that's our battle setup, and round 1, fight. We start with Patches. Patches has the ability to heal. Not going to do that right now because we're at full health. And again, he has 2 attack dice and 1 defense dice. And then, of course, these, but we're not going to roll these right yet. Nobody needs any healing. He has a dexterity of 3, so he's going to use 1 to move up. And I think we're just going to use the 2 attack dice against this poison bog thingy. 2 hits. No defense, so 2 hits down. That means 4 left. So now we have our Bog Lurk's turn. Number 4, purple. She is going to poison 2 each. So what we do is we grab 2 of these poison status dice. There's a bunch of statuses all over them, but it's going to have poisons, what we're looking at. And 1 is going to be put on each because she targets up to 3 heroes. So what's going to happen is on the beginning of Pickett's turn, for instance, he will take 1 true damage. He can't block it. And this will tick down from 2 to 1. And then on the next turn, he'll take 1. And then if this ticks down, it will tick down to 0. It comes off. But every time she attacks, it's going to tick back up to 2. So that's why I kind of want to take care of her as fast as possible. So that's her turn. We then go, to our corrosive break dude's turn. And he is a beast. He's going to roll 3 attack and 2 defense. Attacking him outright, we're going to have to do some shenanigans. So he wants to target either one. We forgot to do this first. He has 3 defense. We forgot to do his innate ability. So he would have 1 in here already. So these would have just gotten out his defense of shield wall. Alright, so who do we want him to go after? Because he would go after the weakest. They're both strong. They're both the same health. I think just because I have this, I think I'm going after this one. Alright, so we're going to roll all of these against Pickett, and He did get a bones. He did get a shield. So let's resolve these first. So we block 1, and we take 2 damage. Okay, not great. And then we have this corrosive ability, but since he blocked, there's no extra dice in his active slot. So that's going to be hard to build up to a shield bash, because it's going to be hard to keep those from turn to turn. Now it's Pickett's turn. He does get to heal 1, so he's at 5. But he takes 1 damage from the poison, so he's not up to 5. He's still down 2. He has 4 health, and this ticks down to 1. Oh, so bad. He has 4 dexterity, and he has 3 defense and 1 attack. Well, I don't really want to use the attack, but I definitely want to use our shield for him, because it may get us an extra shield. Oh, but that corrosive may take it out. That's okay. That's okay. Let's see what happens. Oh, we get 2 bones. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. 2 bones. We do get our shield. Now, this is a reoccurring shield. Again, unless something knocks it out, we get to keep that. So we could do shield bash. Now, what I can do is I cannot lock that in yet. Maybe the best bet I have. Because if I use that, if I do shield bash before I lock that in, then it will actually exhaust it. And I'd like to get at least 1 turn out of it. And he may not roll corrosive. So let's do shield bash, and it's going to do 2 damage. He has 1 defense, so we'll do 1 damage. But nothing breaks, so that's good. And then we lock this in, and we have a +1 defense on our turn. Okay, we're going to go to round 2. Patches is going to go first. He's going to lose 1, but he's going to heal 1. And then I was actually wrong. I miscounted. He has 3 attack dice and 1 defense dice. And he has this heal, which I'm tempted to use. But I think we go all out. So if we roll our nutrient die, we could get a heal. We could get a reroll. We could get a loot, which I don't care about the loot right now. Or we could get a double bones, and that would be great. So I think we want to... man, I really want to do a lot of damage, though. But I don't want to take the chance of 6 damage against him. So let's play it safe. We're going to roll this, because this one has to be used immediately. We've seen that before. This green one can be locked. So if we roll a heal, which is a 3 or a 2, we use it immediately. If we do the reroll, we can lock it. And if we do the loot, I believe that happens immediately, and the double bones goes in the bone spot. And again, we can choose not to use it. So he has 3 dexterity. Oh, okay. So whenever I get a double bones, and I may not keep this, I skip 1, put it there and there. This is actually really good. All right, so we're going to do 1 damage to her. And she is down to 3 health. And then we could heal a gear lock. That's why that double bones is fantastic, because it gives us a heal either way. Or we have 3 bones. We could stick the target for 2 damage. Oh, that's so tempting. So tempting. That needle jab would be better to use there if we save it. And I think we will. I think we're going to save it. I'm going to push my luck a little bit. We're going to save that so that hopefully I can do that there soon. Hopefully. Okay, so she goes. This gets bumped up to 2. This gets bumped up to 2. So even if we kill her, if this is still around, we still have to deal with it. We still have to let it get us. Okay, then this dude's going to go after poor Pickett. Poor Pickett. Pickett is going to take some damage. Okay. Oh, he rolled a 1. Well, there's no this shield. So this shield's going to block 1. So that's not going to do anything. He's going to take 2 damage. 1, 2. He's down to 2. So rereading that, it says all defense die in the target's active slot. So this is active, this is locked. So that would only be here. So we don't lose that. That's great. Oh, that's so good. So good. All right. So, but he does have 1 defense, and he did do a lot of damage. We have Pickett's turn. He's going to lose 1 and heal 1. So he's still at 2. And he has 4 decks. I think I said 3 on him last time. So 1, 2, 3. And let's roll an attack die. He has 1 attack. Let's go ahead. If it breaks, it breaks. So I'm really hoping for a bones with that attack die. Ooh, wow, that's a good roll if you don't want bones. 2, 2, and 1. It's a terrible roll against a corrosive enemy. So 1, we do 1 damage, that comes off. And that's all we can do. All we can do. Okay, round 3, let's do Patches is going to go. So he's going to lose 1 and heal 1 because of an innate. I added another attack die here because those are that does not count against it. So he still has 3 attack and he has 1 defense. He can roll 3. Let's roll the heal. So we're going to roll 2 and a heal. And we get 2 damage on the Bog Lady. Down to 1. Oh, so needle jabber. And we're going to heal Patches for 2. And he still had... Well, he had 1, and it's going to go back up to 2. So this is exhausted. Exhausted. That makes me feel a little better. Okay, that's gone. We move to Bog Lady's turn. Pops that up to 2, that up to 2. Move to Stone Golem's turn. He's going to attack here. And at least Pickett. Pickett has a lot going for him here. With all of that defense. And +1. So he actually has 2, 4, 6 defense. So we can take on anything. So let's pop out a 2 for this one. Let's pop out a 2 for this one. Oh, he gets a bones and a bones. So corrosive means that these go back to his play area, sorry. This gets actually exhausted. So we're down, which really stinks for a shield bash. Okay. He loses 1, heals 1. And he's going to roll... Oh, man. So little to roll. He's going to roll 2 defense and 1 attack. Alright, so we get 1 bones. We get a 2, a 1, and 1 bones. So, we'll lock those in for right now. And we can't shield bash quite yet. It's so painful. I'm kind of glad we saved this needle jab. Going on to round 4. We have Patches going first, loses 1, heals 1, and just going to go all out on the Bog Lady. He does get a bones. That's fantastic. And he does get a defense. That's always helpful. And 2 more damage against her, and she is gone. Alright, so that's our spoils. She is not going to get to go. So our corrosive dude's going to go. He's going to roll a ton of dice. And he does get a corrosive, but we have 2, 4. So, 2. So he does get a defense. He does 2 damage. This is not good. I don't want to lose 2. I don't want to lose 1 die. But I think I'm going to take 2 damage here. That goes back here. And then his corrosive is going to be losing that one. This is just not in a good spot. Not in a good spot. Okay. Pickett gets to go. He loses 1, heals 1, and he is done with the poison. He rolls what he can, which is these 2. And he does roll a bones. That's great. But he doesn't have... It's not going to work. We can't use that and get a shield bash. That really stinks. So we're just going to skip that one. We'll do 1 damage, but that gets exhausted because of break. Alright, round 5. It's up to you, Patches. So Patches has the 3 attack. and 3 dexterity. We're going all out on attack. If it breaks, it breaks. That's fine. Woo! Hopefully we get a bunch of hits. 3. I mean, that's a bunch, I guess. 1, 2, 3. I was hoping for a little more. He's down to 3 health. And then we could do needle jab. Now, just for the sake of knowing, we do have enough to do fortunate discovery, which is acquire a consumable die of Patch's choice. And so consumable die, if you look down here, the consumable die are the yellow ones. These are special abilities that you can only get through things like his backup plan. You can't just get these with training points. It says acquire these by loot or by trade, or in this case, by his backup plan. And as much as I would love to do that, I think we need to do our needle jab, which only does 2 damage though. However, there's a chance we could roll another bones next turn and we still have 1 left over. So let's do that. That one gets exhausted, this one comes back, we don't need this. This one scoots all the way down here. And we jab him for 2, and that doesn't break anything. That was Patch's turn. He should have lost 1. He's going to do his huge attack against Pickett, and he does a lot. So he does 1, 2, 3. He has 3 health gone. He has 1 left. And he gets to beef up twice. Not cool. Not cool at all. He gets to go. He doesn't lose 1. He just gains 1, which is a positive thing right now. So all he has to roll, this is terrible. All he has to roll is this. Now, however, I think we're going to take a chance. We're going to pop this out because we can get a reusable bones on it. So if I can get like a 1 or a 2 on this, if I get a reusable bones, I'll have enough to do a shield bash. So some fun trickery you can do with these things. So of course, I never get this when I want it, but I got it there. We get 1 shield here. Not enough to do anything. So we don't do anything. All right, so now I was just hoping to get the final blow in. That's what I really wanted. But if you looked ahead, we're in round 5, so I pull everything down, pop it to round 6, and the first thing that happens is everybody loses 1 health. It's true damage, nothing can be done about it. So Pickett is down to 1. Patches is finally taking his first hit that doesn't get recovered immediately. And it's true damage, so his defense does nothing, meaning that he is done for. So we won through attrition. I seem sad about it. I'm really not. I'm really excited because we won and we took on 2 5-point baddies, and we're not at the best place to be doing that yet. So pretty happy about that. Yay. I always like putting our pile here of defeated enemies. Now remember, that was just the first battle. The second battle we would do baddie points and subtract 8 points from your total. Well, 4 times 2 is 8. So we subtract 8. That means we skip that battle. So we can go to getting our rewards. We don't have any rewards here, which is unfortunate, but I'll take it. We get 2 training points each. Right there. And right there. We get 1 loot each. So here and here. And we get 1 progress. So 2 away. 2 away from being able to take him home. But as you see, we're not ready yet. Because let's look at Drellin here. His thing is that if we have a party of 1 to 2, which we do, 2 1-point bog type baddies, and then our baddie points. So that's going to be a decent amount of firepower against us. Because at the very least, that'll be 10 points worth of baddies plus 2 1-point baddies plus Drellin. So yeah, not ready for that yet. But that battle really showed us where maybe we need to start doing some things here. For instance, his dexterity definitely needs to be popped up to 2. So 4 altogether, that's one of his points. Over here, I want more bones. That shield bash is invaluable, so we want to train for defense. So we're going to roll 3. Ooh, we got 2 bones. We can re-roll those 2 bones. We got 1 success. Ah, we didn't succeed on that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So then let's try to add 1 to his attack, I think. Or 1 to his health. 1 to his attack. Let's do 1 to his attack. We succeeded, so he gets a +1 to his attack. Now I'm really torn. This Patches has a hard decision right now. I could up his attack, which would be very helpful. But since he's the defensive one, I could make him even stronger on attack. But I could go ahead and get Fast Hands. Fast Hands is the next on the combat medic tree. And what that does is it's going to give us a multiplier towards our roll. And we can lock that in and then roll this when we need to. So this is usually like what I do on the first round. The reason I might want to do that instead of adding an attack, because I want him to beef up just a little bit more, is because the next one we could get would be this bone saw right here. And it is a number of attack equal to the number that is rolled. So it's a melee attack damage number, deal number of damage to target. Now it's a one-time thing, but in a clutch, it's great. We could also think about getting toxins which add poison. However, my hesitation there, and that's one I love to go for with him. My hesitation there is that if you look at Tyrant skills, Bog Ruler, if any Bog type baddies are on the battle mat, Drillin cannot lose HP. So again, we're going to start with 2 Bog types, and the likelihood of pulling a couple more are pretty high. Bog types are the green symbol right there. Right there. So the other thing it says is poison has no effect on Drillin. Now, poison can have effect on the other things on the mat, but not on Drillin. But, I mean, that's a really good die to have in your arsenal. Plus, it's a double bones if you miss. So it's worth missing, which can heal a gear lock, get us a needle jab, even get us a fortunate discovery to get a consumable, which can also get us a poison dart. Ooh, hard choices, hard choices. Let's go for it. I think let's get some toxins. So that is die number 6 right here. And hopefully next turn maybe we can build up here. So that's my path. My path is to build up attack, build up this, and then maybe med pack and zap pack. So maybe that's the rest of our game right there for Patches. And then any more attack we can get. We've already used 1 to bump up his attack. So for his last one, I think we go for Sword Advance. Sword Advance is kind of the second one you can branch off from your first here. Sword Advance has these reusable bones. It has a movement, but it also has a +1 lockable attack. So this is die number 5 in his set. So reusable bones, movements. It gives us a +1 movement each turn. It locks just like these do. It's reoccurring, but it also has a +1 attack. So anytime he attacks, he's just going to get 1 free hit. He doesn't even have to roll an attack die. He picks his target, rolls his dice, and if this is locked in, he's going to take a pot shot. I think that's the best thing. It'll give him a little more teeth building up to that shield bash, because it usually takes 1 or 2 turns to build up to that shield bash. So that's his second training point. I feel pretty good about Pickett so far. I didn't look at our loot. We should have looked at our loot. So he gets utility parts. On your turn, you may unexhaust any one die. Oh, that would have been great last time. Okay, well, we'll hang on to that. That's fantastic. Powder Reflex. Reroll any 1 die on your turn, including training, lockpicking, and initiative die. This has 2 uses, whereas this and this and this are a single use. So we'll exhaust it whenever we use it. I'm actually thinking that may be better for him to unexhaust a healing die. We've gotten all our rewards here. Put that behind us. Go back through the turn tree. We split everything up. We have lock picking, loot trading, and individual options. So let's start with lock picking. He needs a 4 trip, and he doesn't have any shenanigans. So, looking for T, we have none. So he's just going to be stuck. That's a stubborn box. Go to patches. Oh, we can actually reroll that. We reroll all of that because we didn't like it. But same thing, we have, oh sorry, yeah, trip. We're looking for trip. We got none there. We do have that reroll. That is reroll 1 action die and also the intuition die. So we're looking at the gold one. And we have 3 lever. We need trip. This symbol is convert. Change the lock type. So we're changing the lock type L, T, and F of 1 action die and use it. So we can change 1 die to be trip. However, we don't have enough. So if we change this to 3T here, it's still not enough. So he's stuck. He's stuck. Okay, patches. What you gonna do, buddy? You need 6 force. 6 force. That's gonna be really hard to get. We have 2F. We could add 1 to it, but that's only gonna be 3, so we didn't like our first roll. Let's re-roll. Alright. So we have a re-roll. We can re-roll. We're looking for force. We have no F. So even if we re-roll, it's not enough. 3F. Oh, we got the re-roll again. So we can re-roll a different die. Let's keep that 3F. Let's see. This one has a 3F on it. Just 1. And this one has, I believe, a 2F. Okay, so we want to roll this one. And, oh, look at that. Oh, yes, 6 force. Fantastic. So we have unlocked this trove loot. Was it worth it? Oh, I hope so. This is usually really good. Exploding shrooms permanently reduce the cost of your backup plan skills and backup plan by 1 bone. What? Love it. I love this card. All right, so this is a permanent. I'm actually going to put it here so that I remember, hey, these, basically all of these shift down 1. So we, even with 1 die, we can heal a gear lock. Oh, that's so good. So good. And I think that's great. As much as I like to get shield bash down to here, it gives us access to needle jab. There's more I can do with this. Okay, we're good. We're good. I'm happy about that. Oh, we could have added a 4 to our action, to an action die result during your lock picking attempt. Oh, that's okay. It worked out. It worked out. Well, actually, let's do some loot trading. You know what? Let's do some loot trading. Let's trade this and this, and you can trade any amount of loot. It says trade loot, any amount to anyone. So technically, we could trade that there too, but that's okay. Let's do that. And I think I'm going to keep that there, and I think I'm going to keep that there. Yeah, I'm okay with that. All right. Okay, all of that funness, and we still have our individual options. So I think it's pretty evident we're going to rest and recover with Pickett back up to 6. Now we can take a chance because remember he heals on the very first turn, but the likelihood of him going first is pretty low. So we could rest and recover. We could search for better loot. I wouldn't mind trading that in for a different loot. Huh. Or we could scout, and scouting would be very helpful going forward. But you know what? I think I'm going to trade loot. I think I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to trade this up, and what we do, discard 1 loot, so we're discarding that. Roll 6 attack die for each, 6 attack die, that's right. So 6 attack die for each bones we get. Ooh, bones. Bones are not is particularly easy to get on these. We can reveal a loot card and may keep one. You know what? I'm only hoping for one. So let's see what we get. Oh, we get 2 bones. 2 out of 6. That's not a terrible odds right there. So we can pick 2. So we have Treasure Trove Map. Shuffle special encounter the Ebonite Doorway into your encounter deck if it has not already been completed. Ooh, it's a single use. We'll look at that here in a second. Then we have a Throwing Axe. During your turn, roll 1 attack die and deal its damage to any unit on the battle mat, and this has 2 uses. Ooh. Ooh. So here is the Ebonite Doorway, and we're just going to look at the options on the back. Both are peaceful options. So this one is each Gearlock may draw 2 Trove Loot cards, keep 1 and discard the other. Each Gearlock may immediately make a lockpicking attempt, so you would get 2 that turn. Or we could gain a loot and 2 training points. Attack and defense training attempts here will always ignore the bone. So you automatically succeed in attack and training, which actually is what we need. Oh, that's so hard because I love that Throwing Axe. Long term, that's the better card. Here's the problem. We're going to shuffle that in. So let's kind of think about this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 cards left. And we have only 5 more days possible. So we're not going to see, I mean, you're not going to see all these cards, especially when you start shuffling in the Tyrant card and the special encounters. So the likelihood of us seeing this gets a little diluted. So, but I think I'm going to do it. I think I have to. That's why I pulled it out to count the cards, because I knew I was probably going to do it. The potential benefits of that card is just too good. It's just too good. So shuffle those up, put that right there, and put it back here. And these get discarded by Throwing Axe. So pardon the pun, but we're rolling the dice on that one. And I think we have some good stuff otherwise. Otherwise, I'm okay making that little bit of a change and challenge there. All right, that was our individual options. Now we go to a new day. We're on day 5. Day 5, halfway through the game. Let's see what we get. Oh, I'm so scared. Lost and found. That settles it. We're lost. How does a group of Forestborn get lost in the woods? As luck would have it, we hear a kindly old woman sitting on a nearby rock call out, "Lost, are we? Perhaps I could help." We huddle around the curious old lady as she offers us a trade. Something of personal value in exchange for my mysterious compass. It will only show its holder the direction they must want to go. So, we have only one option. Sure, what's the worst that could happen? For each loot your party gives the woman, you can roll a d6 up to a max of 4. And if we roll on a 1 to 6, we get 1 training point each and 1 progress. We get 1 training point no matter what. We get 1 progress no matter what. 2 training points, and a treasure, and then 2 training points and a trove loot. So the difference is that each Gearlock with the multiple boxes on the bottom here, if we roll a 19, we're not going to roll a 19. And this one is we draw 1 loot, trove loot, and we have to decide how it's distributed, which is not that big of a deal in a game like this. You know, I just gave this to him. I'm going to give up this. That's going to give us 1 roll, because I think, as much as I like the dex, I'd rather permanently increase the dex than just be able to increase it for 3. So we're going to discard that one. We get to roll a d6 once. That's it. That's it. I mean, I could give up this trove loot. I don't know what it is yet. And the Schrodinger's cat in me says 2 training points for each is better than whatever that trove loot is. Oh, so tough. But if I do that, I might as well give up that too. Yeah, I'm thinking that's a good idea. So that would be 3 rolls. So somewhere between 3 and 16 would be our total. So let's do that. Let's do it. Oh, this makes me nervous. I'm going to ditch this and this. Not even going to look at it. I'm just going to discard it. And then we're going to roll 3d6s. So we'll pull in these 2. Not roll my nice one. Ooh, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we did get, and that's what I was hoping for, pretty much 1 progress point. And 2 training points each. I'm okay with that. 2 training points each. Okay, so that's done. Let's spend some training points. Well, I'm going for defense on him again. I need that defense. Absolutely need that defense. So 3 defense, and we have 1 bones. We can re-roll that. We failed again. Failed again. So let's look at our options. So our options, I mean, we could continue down this tree and get taunt, or lockdown, sorry. Constant taunt is what it's called. Place a taunt effect die on yourself, lasts for an entire adventure. And taunt, of course, is going to be on another sheet. And taunt is adjacent opposing units must attack this unit. So that's good for protecting Patches. But you know what? Patches is doing pretty well. So I'm looking at Hero. And here we can get some extra shields. And that's going to be really helpful both with protection and shield bash. And those go, if you look at confidence here, the shield icon here, it's placed in an active slot, or we can place it in an active ally slot. That's fantastic. So I'm really thinking this, but I really like the Warden profession too. And what I really like, you can move yourself up to 3 positions with this little kind of, it's a rush symbol. Switch anytime during your turn, swap positions with an adjacent unit, be it a hero or a baddie. And depending on if we have 2 of them, if we have 2 of those, we can heal the ally. If we swap, we can heal an ally for 3. Or if we swap with a baddie, we can deal 3 damage to the baddie you swap with. So we still have 2 points because we didn't get the defense. So we could go ahead and try to get 2 of these, which would be switch and rush. I think that's it would probably be switch and riposte actually. But riposte is what I'm really thinking about. Riposte is awesome. It is, you place it in an active slot, so 1 of these up here, and when targeted by an adjacent baddie, you may avoid all damage and effects that turn. And if you have a second sword symbol in an active slot, you may use it to also deal 3 damage to that baddie. So that is so good. It's such a fun combination. So this is the safe route to me. This is the more adventurous route. Let me think. You know what? Let's just have some fun. Let's have some fun. Let's go switch and riposte. So that's going to be numbers 9 and 13. So we pull this out, then we have 9. So let's look at this die. It has 2 switches, 1 rush, 3 switches, sorry. 1, 2, 3 switches, 1 rush there, 1 rush there, and 1 riposte. So that's not great odds, but the switch is a good odds. And then if we do riposte itself, that's die number 13. So it has 1, 2 switches on it. 1, 2 switches on it. It has 1 rush forward, and it has 3 of the riposte symbols on it. So I think that gives us a lot of flexibility there in different ways. So let's do that. So we have number 9, is going to be switch, and then riposte is going to be number 13. Now, if we get even just one more, that ups our odds even better. Now, for patches, I think I want his health to go up. I think we're going to be boring and take his health up. That's going to give him another chip. It doesn't heal him, but it gives him another chip. And then I think we're going to get this fast hands right here. I think that's the safe bet here. So fast hands is going to be number 2 right here. And that gives us a good suite of options right there as well. So that's both of his points. And we got our progress. We're good to go. Let's move on to day 6. And we pull the next card, and it is free trade is rarely free. Oh no. After going so long without a significant find, the approaching group of merchants are a welcome sight. They seem friendly enough and are quick to beckon us to trade. I guess we should have approached more warily, as we are caught completely off guard when surrounded by 4 hooded figures. Maybe this is the way they get everyone, one of us suggests. Or maybe we are dead, I reply. Either way, we need to act fast. So, we could bribe the Molnor. Oh. Party must give up loot equal to the party size. We can't do that. So we can't even choose that one. Is this a test? Whirlwind. Select one gear lock. You have 5 rounds to defeat 4 cloaked figures. Place 4 stacks of HP 3, 5, 4, 4 on baddie melee positions in any order. These cloaked figures do not move or attack. The selected gear lock treats this as a normal battle. Does not affect encounter success. Ugh. So we have to go there. Let's get some chips out. Okay, so here we go. We set these up here in any order. And just so we know what's what. That's 4, that's 4, that is 5, and that is 3. I think that just helps see it a little better from up top. So I think what we do is we put 5 here, 4 here, 4 here, and 3 here. And I think we're going to have, this sounds silly, we're going to put Pickett out here. I think I can do some shenanigans with him. Maybe, I don't know. So we have 5 rounds, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a 5 and count it down here. So I don't need shields. I don't need shields, but I can use bones. So let me think. Let's use this, this. I have 4 decks. This, I can lock one of those, so let's not repost yet. And let's use 2 attack. So we're going to do this. We're going to roll these. I'm hoping to get this so I get a free hit each turn. Oh boy. And I get a 2, I get 3. There's that +1, sorry. +1, 3. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 here. Ah. I'm 1 short. 1 short. And then I have the switch. And I think I'll take it. I think I'll take the switch. I don't think I want to lock it. I think I want to immediately use it. Yeah, I think I'm going to immediately use it and switch with this one. And if I'd had a second one, that would deal him damage, but I don't. But what I want to do is position myself here. Actually, maybe I won't. Yeah, I want to switch to position myself here. Okay, that's good. We're going to exhaust that. That's round 1. So we're going down to 4. Okay, so we're going to roll these 2 again. And we're going to roll this one, and we're going to roll a defense. I need some... I want to try to get some bones built up. Who do I want to target? Let's target this one right here. Actually, let's target this one right here. Let's target the 3. Let's get it over with. I got a bones. And I have 3, so he's dead. And I have a switch that I can lock. So I use that, I can lock the switch, and I'm not going to use it yet. Not going to use it yet. Okay, here we go. Round 3. Oh, 2 attack and 2 defense. We're targeting this number 4, I think. Or do I want to do that? Actually, I think what we're going to do is we're going to just roll defense. We're going to target this dude right here. This 1. We're going to roll 2, 3 defense, and 1 attack. That's our 4. Okay? We roll it. We get 1 bones. That's what I was looking for. We get 1 that we can lock there. 1 we can lock there. And we actually already had a hit. So we get a second hit. So he's gone. He's donezo. Alright. 2 rounds left. 2 rounds left. Alright. So I have 2 locked out of my 3. So we're going to roll 1, 1, 1 against this right here. So that's 3. What else can I roll? Anything? We'll roll 1 of these. Yeah, I don't need it for a defense. So 2 defense, 2 attack. 2 attack, 2 defense. We have 4. Roll them. Get a bones. We get a 2. That's great. So I have these 2 right here. But before I do anything, I'm going to use my other switch. That's going to put us here and that one there. Okay. And then I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 with that die right here. So he is donezo as well. 1 round left. We have to do 4 damage here. Guess what? We can do it. So 1, 2. We have 1 more defense we can roll. And we have 2 attacks. So we can only roll 3 of our 4. That's fine. And we get 3, 4. I don't even have to shield bash. That's so disappointing. So let's not do that. Let's shield bash. Those 2 are coming out. We get to do 2, 3, 4 damage to him because it's more fun that way. We did it. Oh, we did it. That's fantastic. Woo! All right, let's put that back. Let's pull that stack out of the way. Let's get some rewards. So, man, that feels good. That feels good. Good job, Pickett. Let's get some rewards. So, each one gets a loot. Okay, we're getting a little low, so that's fine. And then we get 1 progress point. We are in Shellfist. We get 2 training points each. So, 2 training points each. That feels so good. Let's clean this up and we'll talk about what we want to get. Whew, I tell you what, man, when you can figure out that wasn't a battle, that was just more a puzzle. But when you start figuring out the puzzle of how to get that done, and the same with battle, that's just a kind of a microcosm battle there. But when you start figuring out the puzzle of how to best get that done, man, it feels so good to pull it off. So we're gonna try again for defense. Again for defense. I really want to up his defense. Wow, that's not a good start. That's an even worse start. Okay, so defense is not going to happen this time. So we need to offset that somehow. So I think I can either pick rush or situational awareness. Situational awareness just is a great die to supplement the other 3 because it's even on all 3 symbols. I think that I'm going to do situational awareness, which is die number 14. So again, 14 is going to have 2 switches on it. It's going to have 2 rushes on it. And then it's going to have 2 reposts on it. So that's going to be fantastic to try to get a pair going on right here. Let's look at our loot first. I may change something. So we have fresh bog meat. In battle, heal yourself for 5 HP. Then add a poison 2 effect die to your gear log. Oh, that's lovely. I love the flavor text. If not for the smell, texture, and taste, that would be delicious. Nugget says that. I like Nugget. And then the loot here is Last Battle Stew. Place 7 HP on this card. At the start of each new day, remove 1 HP for spoilage. Outside of battle, any gear lock may remove any number of HP from Stew to heal for that amount. So that's always a good one. So let's go ahead and add 7 HP on that. I'm going to use one of these 3 and 3. So there's 6 and 7. And those don't come in the base game. I forget what they come with. So we've spent 1 point here. And for our second point, we're going to try again for defense. We're going to try again for defense. Why not? Oh, geez, again. All right, come on, defense. Defense, I just need you to go up 1. All right. So the fates say no to defense. So I think we're going to start with confidence here. Or, no, I think we're going to up his dex. Yeah, or his health. Let's up his health. I think upping his health would be not a bad idea right now. So we're going to up his health. That's his 2 points. He now has 7, so he's going to get another chip. So we're going to put a 3 here. 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. And that just keeps the stacks from falling over too much. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and do a 3 here. So 3, take 3 away, and that gives us 6, and he's still missing 1. Speaking of patches, what do we want to do? I think I really want, we're going to get Bonesaw. I mean, we're going to get Bonesaw. There's just no way around that. We're going to get Bonesaw. Alright, so Bonesaw is the number 3 die, and this is going to give us, it has 2 1s, 2 2s, and then a 3 on each end. 1-time attack. It's great. Love it. Not always have to put it on the 3. It's lucky to do that. Now, we can get Med Pack, which is another healing die. But since we have nutrients, I don't really feel the need to do that necessarily. But if I want to get Zap Pack, oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. So Zap Pack has a really interesting set of features. If you look, 2 die faces are going to have this lightning bolt on it with a 3 and a 4. And so if you roll this, that means you can do 3 or 4 damage, whichever number comes up, to an enemy. If you roll this little heartbeat symbol, this is a Negi Zap, this is a Posi Zap. If you roll this, you can revive. It's not a heal, it is a complete revive of a knocked out gear lock. So that may be something we want to go for. I mean, we saw how good Pickett can be with now that kind of his setup, and especially since he has these set out. Maybe we should go for filling out the combat medic. That's probably not a bad idea. So we can revive, if Pickett dies, we can revive it. Now, it's not, I will say this, it's not, I mean, it can be crucial either way, but it's far better in a bigger party. Oh, so tough. So tough. You know what? I think on this turn, I think we're going to go for Med Pack. I think right now we're going to go for number 7, Med Pack. It has better hearts on it. 4, 3, 3, and a 5. So 2 5s. So if we do that, I mean, that's just going to be a little better. And then that's his last one. If we get any, as we get more, we're already here, but we don't have to take him on until we want to. Just has to be by day 10. So we have 4 turns left that we can continue to build up, and I want to. So if we get Zap Pack, then maybe Stim Kit as well. But I also want to up his attack and his dexterity. So I think this is just a safer way to go. Safer way to go. Okay, I've made that decision. We're good. So that was day 6. We have 4 days left before we lose. And I think we're going to stop there. I think we've got some great builds going. This is looking really filled out, doing really well. and I'm excited to see what happens next. So join me next time as we continue our play of Too Many Bones, our tutorial, and we're going to get to drilling and we're going to see how that battle works. If you enjoyed this content, think about hitting that like, smashing that subscribe, and tapping that bell icon so you don't miss the next video when this goes up. I hope you're just like me and on the edge of your seat on this playthrough of Too Many Bones. I'm so excited. We're getting there. I feel like we're almost there to take on drilling. So, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, happy gaming.